My name is Lily Zajfen and I have a heart condition.
Lily was born, as far as we know, without this heart condition, and at age 2.5, she was diagnosed with a 3rd-degree heart block and received her first pacemaker. As of last year, which she was 10 years old, she received her 2nd pacemaker.
Sort of when you first found out about Lily needing a pacemaker and that her heart was slow, did you think that was crazy?
Yes, it was a total surprise to us. When we first figured it out, we had gone to our new pediatrician's office for a sick visit. And when we got there, they were testing her heart rate, and it was pretty quick. We heard Lily's heart was a little too slow. And so Scott, who is one of the head pediatricians in the practice, has called Children's Hospital, and they want you to go there to get her heart checked. I didn't know Children's Hospital existed. I didn't know if my insurance covered Children's Hospital. So I was like panicking all around, but I gathered our stuff. I gave her a Happy Meal and we went to the emergency room, and I waited to be seen. And then they told us that she had a serious heart condition.
What was that call the next day like for you?
They let us go from the hospital that day because they said, what I'm looking at on my piece of paper, and it's showing me that like this kid has a 3rd-degree heart block. She should be like tired and lethargic and like, but this girl is like bouncing off the walls. So we're a little confused, and she's gonna be okay for now. But we have like other things that we'll talk to you about. One being that the pacemaker doctor will call you tomorrow, and he'll talk to you about what a pacemaker is. Like, they didn't want to stress me out, which I really appreciated too. So like, we're safe, we're good. Someone's gonna call you tomorrow and we're gonna walk through the next steps. So I waited, and Dr. Barcohen, who is at Children's Hospital, is incredible. And he called me and he said, listen, she's gonna need a pacemaker and we don't know when this will be. But today I'm just gonna talk to you about what a pacemaker is and just educate you. And then, you know, in the days coming, in the months coming, we're gonna talk about what else we have to do, which is monitoring her and collecting data, and then we'll go from there.
Was there something when she was diagnosed and you first heard about what this pacemaker is?
Yeah.
Is there something where you thought it would be a really big issue?
Of course. I thought, can she have children? You know, how old will she grow to be? Like, how tall will she be? I mean, I thought of because I too, like everyone else, had not ever heard of anyone who had a pacemaker young. I just thought you were older, and that's what happened when you got older.
Did you ever worry that you would be limited by having a pacemaker?
A little bit, like gymnastics. I can't do gymnastics. My brother got 2. My mom said I ended up not letting him do it because I was like, I never really like gymnastics. I just felt jealous. But not really. I can still do pretty much every other sport besides from football and gymnastics.
Do you remember what it was like going to the hospital for surgery?
I was nervous because I don't remember my first one, so I didn't know what to expect. I think it was before I broke my arm and had a surgery, so I kind of like just had one, and I kind of felt prepared, but not really, and I was a little bit nervous.
When it came time for her heart, I think she also felt safe because she knew the environment we were putting her in at Children's felt like home, almost like a second home, because she'd been going there for so long, and she knew the doctors, the nurses, the staff, like everyone. So it was a different Lily walking in there than it was previously at the other hospital. We had a incredible community around us. So that was her school, that was school moms who I remember getting, while she was in surgery, can you come outside? Can you come outside? And I was like, oh, these people are crazy. They think I can just walk outside right now. I'm I'm beside myself in a corner over here. And I walked outside, and all the moms were wearing heart shirts and had flowers, and it meant so much to have people who were just there. I just have to reiterate community so much that you can't do it alone.
When people like when I tell them I have a pacemaker, it isn't like I want to explain it. I try not to make it seem like a big deal. And a lot of times people are like, cool, and they just always have it in the back of their mind, but it's never in the front. They're never like concerned. My teachers are concerned, like casually in sports or whatever, like if I need to sit out, or like the teachers, I'll say, oh, it hurts or whatever, and I'll go to the nurse, or like during class, or mostly PE a lot. Last year I had a basketball teacher who took it very seriously. He always asked, like, do I need to tell anyone? I'm like, it's fine.
Is there ever times where you think about your heart condition, or times when you're like, I might be different than other people?
Not really.
And why do you think that is?
Because I can do everything else anyone else can. I kind of always just like knew my mom always told me that I was like a superhero and like the whole time, and so I never really thought about it as I grew up. I knew like what my boundaries, like what I was not supposed to do, but I never really thought twice much about it being different.
Tell me a little bit about who Super Lily is.
It was for me to make myself also feel safe and not scared. So I created this world and this person that I was going to teach Lily that she was going to get this supercharger put into her body and that she was going to become Super Lily.
I don't remember because I was very little, but as I started to grow up, she always said that, and I remember whenever she said that, and she'd do drawings with the chalk and buy me capes, and I'd like dress up, and I have like someone painted me a photo of me like going like this.
Okay, so this is the painting that's one of my all-time favorites that my friend Rachel painted. She took a picture that she found on Instagram and then created this magical piece, which Lily won't let me put this picture out anywhere else in our office because she has short hair in this, but maybe one day she'll like it again. But this is my all-time favorite. I keep it very close to me when I do any of my work, so just to see my little superhero. Woo! So I bought a cape and a little hat, and when she woke up, I put the cape and the hat on, and she really believed it. She really believed that she had gone into surgery and got a supercharger. So she like stood up and she had her like, popsicle, and she was like, Super Lily. Like, it just became this thing that we both would walk into that hospital feeling really empowered.
What advice do you have for parents generally going through the process? Like, if you could tell someone who has never met another person who has a child with a heart condition, what would you love to tell them?
That it's okay to ask for help and support, that you're not in it alone, and just to advocate and to be present in the moment. And it's hard to tell a parent not to worry and be fearful, but you just be in the present moment with your child, and that's the best way to support them.
So do you have any other advice for people who are like 8, 9, or 10 who are having a surgery and it's the first one that they'll experience and remember? Are there any tips that you could give them that might help make the experience a little easier?
A lot of other people have had it, and you shouldn't need to worry, because after you will be fine. And there's a lot of other people who have had the same experience, and we're scared too, but like a lot of people are recovering, and a lot of people have recovered, and it might take some time, but it will eventually. You will recover, and I'll do well.
Thinking back like 11 years ago, did you ever think you would be in the position with her today, just in terms of her energy, her positivity, everything?
No, I think she surprises me all the time. I mean, she is who she is, and she's always been that, like, really bright light. But I'm so proud of her. I'm proud of who she is now with the loss of her best friend and the cards that she was dealt and how she handles herself. I think she's pretty I think she's like a unicorn, maybe. She's a flying unicorn.